Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. David Orman, and welcome to another episode of The Wellness Shot for the last week of April, which is April 27th. So, about 30 something years ago, I was in San Diego going to school. And at the time, I was working full time. I also had a part time job as the editor of the California Acupuncture Association Journal, and I was in school on an accelerated program. Things were, as you would imagine, extremely busy, extremely hectic, and finding time to do shopping and laundry and stuff like that was as much, half the time was as much of a challenge as the education, the schooling. And after it was a little bit, so this was about a 3.5 year program. It was normally four. I finished a little earlier, but about after the second year, going into the third year, I felt extremely burned out, and I wasn't sure if I should take some time off. Um, I didn't know what to do, actually. I just know that I wasn't sleeping. I was dragging during the day. It was a difficult experience, and I had a teacher who taught qigong and also Tai Chi. And I liked the Tai Chi a lot, but I really loved the Qigong. And he came over to me. He was also a psychologist, and I was at the computer at the time, and he comes over to me, and I guess I didn't look the same as I normally did. And he said, you don't look so great. What's going on? And I said, I'm really struggling, and told him my story. And he looks at me and says, "Well, just keep doing the qigong, keep doing the form," and walks away. I was not happy. I was extremely irritated. I felt like he just blew me off, just totally dismissed me, and I had wondered why he even bothered coming to me in the first place. And the whole day, it was either a Wednesday or a Thursday, the whole day, all I kept doing was thinking of that, and then the next day, and then the day after that, and finally got to the weekend, and things were again not the greatest. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do the qigong and the form, but not because he said it, just because I want to do it, which of course was not really accurate. But anyway, I kept doing it. And I did it in the morning and then in the afternoon. And then the next day, the same thing. Next day, the same thing. And after about 2 weeks, things really started picking up. I found that my energy levels were back, my sleep pattern was normal, my spirits were elevated. I was finding schoolwork easier. Things, we had massive amounts to memorize, and it was becoming significantly easier. What was taking most people 6, 7 hours was taking me 4. And I don't think it was for any other reason than Qigong was working. The energy was working. And so this is what I wanted to share today. For those of you who may not know, Qigong is an ancient practice that combines either gentle movement or static positions along with breathing and very focused awareness. And it basically cultivates internal energy or else it moves stuck energy. And in our that was my wife's uh, text. Anyway, in in Qigong, it basically helps to cultivate internal energy or else to move stuck energy. And the notion is there's macrocosm and microcosm. So what happens inside of us is reflected on the external world, and the external world is mirroring our internal world. So if things are stuck on the outside, if things are burned out on the outside, they are that way on the inside as well. And so the movement, when the qigong movements, they're very slow, they're very um, controlled. Virtually anyone can do it. I've yet to meet anyone who can't do it, regardless of age, regardless of fitness, regardless of injury, what have you. And over the time, it really strengthens the body. It really calms the mind. It calms the spirit. And I would say it restores balance. If there were, say, five major benefits to them, although I suspect there are a lot more, it it improves the energy flow and helps to reduce fatigue. So it gathers energy, It balances the weaknesses in the body. And as I mentioned on a number of clips, we don't like lakes, we love rivers. So when things are stuck, static, like a lake for the most part, it helps to convert them into rivers. Once that energy is flowing, life gets significantly better, as well as health does. It also enhances flexibility and overall joint mobility. So as we get to be not 20 anymore, typically it's the joints that get a little stiff. And the more you do this, the more fluid, the more flexible a person will get, especially with the joints, shoulders, knees, hips, etc. It also helps to reduce overall stress levels, and I would say it promotes a mental clarity and a focus that is a challenge in today's world with so much ridiculous amounts of information and noise coming at us, from text to internet stuff to loud noises with cars and construction, et cetera, et cetera. When we're able to cut through the noise and have that laser beam focus when we need it, or when we need to have a broad perspective, we get to choose. When a person practices qigong on a regular basis, it also helps to elevate the immune system, support the immune system. I'm always around people coughing and sneezing, and I have a this and I have a this, and I'm happy to say I'm healthy as can be consistently, and I would attribute that as one of the major reasons for it. Last but not least, it helps to improve overall coordination and overall balance. Not only balance as I can balance on one leg type of balance, but balance as in I have to juggle between family and work and this and that. You find a way to it. It sort of falls into place naturally. And there are, as I mentioned, there are different styles, there are different types, hundreds, and if you said thousands, I would not be surprised, of movements within the Qigong. Some are very repetitive, some are very dramatic. The ones there aren't bad ones. There are either good, very good, or fantastic ones. And at least for me, the fantastic ones are the ones that I have found are what's known as this standing Qigong or standing position Qigong. And it is a series of 17 postures where you're literally standing in a particular position, holding the position, breathing in a particular way, and just allowing the energy to go into the various balance from side to side, front to back. It also helps to focus on a particular organ. So I took two pictures. You'll see them here in a second. The first one is that the hands are upward, and the benefit is not only from a physical standpoint. So this particular one, as you notice, the stance is low, and you could get real low, or a person injured their knees, they could be upright if they wanted. But this significantly helps with the shoulders, it helps with the elbows, and it helps with the wrists. But the symbolism and the meaning behind it is where the genuine power comes from. You have a lot of YMCA's and community centers and even martial arts schools that teach this, but very, very, very few teach the meaning behind it, the symbolism behind it, and the deep power behind it. And I was extremely fortunate to study with someone who studied in China, and I was with him for over 30 years. So this particular one, sometimes called the warrior pose, is not only beneficial, as I mentioned, for the shoulders, for the back, for the spine, for the neck, but it is also considered a power position. In other words, it strengthens the kidney energy, which helps the body provide or helps the emotions, in particular, courage. Kidneys, like every other organ, is a coin, and each side has a particular emotion to it. Think of it as a positive and negative to keep it simple. The kidneys, it's fear, and then the flip side is courage. Holding that particular pose, breathing in a particular way, where you breathe up the back of the spine and down the front, and holding it for as long as you can. Don't strain. Leave a little bit in the tank, meaning if you can use every ounce of energy and you can get to 1 full minute, and but you're fried afterwards, don't. 30 seconds, 50 seconds, that's enough. Leave 10 seconds in the tank, leave 30 seconds in the tank. It's the position which stimulates the meridians, but also stimulates parts of the brain. It also works on the quantum field, which I'm not going to get into in this particular video, but that is one of the power poses, power qigong movements specifically for courage. The second one that I did was on the one leg. So the left leg was. What's great, we don't have to deal with the anger, the irritation, the violence. We're protected from that to a degree. But the problem with it is that the love and the caring and the compassion and the kindness that we have that is emitted from the heart is also blocked. That second position is fantastic, again, for finding that balance where you're protected but you're also open enough to express that and to receive that type of love, kindness, compassion, etc., etc. And the combination of these two are fabulous because you get the courage to block what it is needed to be blocked or to walk away from situations which are, anger, violent, gossip, whatever the case is, and to open up the heart to begin to express the love and the compassion that is innate to humanity. And we do it a little at a time, it begins to spread. The old no, the old adage of everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change themselves. This is the opportunity. It is a simple way. It is a physical way. It is something you can do on a daily basis, anywhere, anytime. Anyone can do this. And the benefits, not only for the individual, are significant, but it also begins to permeate little by little in your house, in your community, in your state, in your country, etc., etc., etc. I hope you enjoy this. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week.